Hey everybody, Johnny Renaissance here, continuing to experiment with the live streaming. It's really kind of an interesting concept when you get right down to it. The courage to go live, share your ideas, share your thoughts, share the vibe of the moment. That's kind of one of the interesting things that I'm learning about it. Just playing some royalty-free music there on SoundCloud for you. I don't even know how well that's going to pick up. But thought I'd give this a try again today. I'm working on some stuff for my sales stuff and for a variety of other things. And live streaming is going to be an important part of that. So thought I'd go on live here before I head up for dinner for the night and enjoy some of this beautiful summer weather out here in Madison. It's absolutely gorgeous here in Madison, Wisconsin. So I thought it might be fun to just work my way through the beginning of this is the main notebook I keep with all the reading I do and all the information I'm going through. I like to write down as many key concepts in one of these colored pencil Be Creative notebooks. These things are awesome. It's got 90-pound paper in there and it just feels good to write on that with pencil. That's what I like to do. It helps my thinking, whatever it takes. In fact, I wonder if I can find this for you. I read something earlier. Let's see where I need to go to get it. And it had to do with that fact. Like, it had to do with how many business books are out there at any given time. All the information that's out there, there's no way you can get through it all. And one of the things, of course, is a new business book. How often can you get through a new book about business, about sales, about marketing, and make something of the information in there? And so there was just a good perspective on this. It's in my email here. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick for us. I may be putting myself too much on the spot here. Am I in the right account? Yeah. Here we go. The title of the article was, "What Books Must You Read in Order to Sell Well?" And of course, this idea, it's always been everywhere. Since the beginning of my career, it's been everywhere. These charlatans out there that'll tell you whatever you want, whatever you need to hear to make you believe they have the secret sauce when it comes to improving your sales. And the reality is that sales is about the fundamentals, like blocking and tackling and playing good defense. And if you just stick with it for the long run, you come from the perspective of selling as a service to your prospects, to your customers, to your colleagues, and everybody you come into contact with as it relates to your sales career, you will be very, very successful. Be a good listener. Shut your mouth, open your ears, and be quiet. And let the prospects and the customers tell you what they need to tell you, and ask the questions that they need to ask, and then become an incredibly valuable resource for all of them, no matter what, so that they come back to you over and over again over time once you have them in your herd. And in fact, that reminds me of one of the first statistics I read here as I was starting to go back through that. This notebook started, did I put a date on it? March? No, that's not right. Usually I'll put a date at the beginning of the notebook so I know about when it started. But anyway, it doesn't matter. 5% of your herd, 5% of your herd, your subscribers, the people that are attracted to your work, inspired by what you do, 5% of that herd is permanent and will support you forever. And that's very, very true. I have experienced that in many different ways, but as part of my personal training business back in the mid 2000s, this was very, very true. Some of those individuals I'm still doing business with, still doing things with. So that's an important concept. Build your herd, whatever it takes. These live streams for me are part of what I'm doing. And in the early stages, there's not a ton of viewership. So it's like it takes a lot of motivation, takes a lot of discipline to get the message out there. But I'm looking for subscribers. I'm looking to build that herd. 15% are nearly permanent. And and then for every 2,000 to 3,000 people in your herd, every 2,000 to 3,000 people that you have in your network, you can make $1 million, $1 million for every 2,000 to 3,000. If you do the right things with those 2,000 to 3,000 people. And it sounds really easy on the surface, but building a herd of 2,000 to 3,000 people takes some guts, takes some determination, takes a lot of discipline, takes a lot of valuable content, messaging, and you figuring out how you can serve those people effectively so you can find them. So your business, as an entrepreneur, your business is really more about developing the size of your herd, because that's really the asset. And this is a really important concept. When it's all said and done, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a small business owner, for the most part, like if you went to sell your business tomorrow, the value of that business is directly proportional to your herd and your list and your engagement with that list and those individuals and what you can do with them as a result and for them as a result. So don't ever forget that the business, your business, is really about developing that herd and the size of that herd, and that is the true and real asset in your business. The other stuff, the physical stuff, sure, you can sell it off, you can generate some cash, whatever. There's all the other things, but the list and your relationship with that list is huge. And again, I experienced that firsthand when I ran a personal training business for 10 years back in the mid 2000s, and it's very, 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 very true, especially in a small service business like that. All right, few more concepts on the herd, and I think this might be a series of videos I do here right on YouTube. Is I'll just start going through my notebook, and I'll keep them relatively short. I don't want to go on and on. We're at 7.5 minutes. I'm going to keep them to 10 minutes or less, and in some cases I should probably keep them even shorter than that. Criteria for the herd: you don't want to round up just anyone. Okay, so that's why it's more challenging than it sounds, because you got to round up the right people. You want them to be responsive and with the ability to give you money. You want them to be able to buy the stuff that you want. In fact, I just heard something else I was listening to. Shopping with you and talking about about your products and services, but who never really have any intention of buying anything. That's a very, very dangerous place to be. When I was a car sales guy for 4 years, man, that was always the death of you on any given day or any given month. Is if you got caught, you had to get really good really quickly at figuring out who the buyers were and who the buyers were not. And that's, of course, difficult because you don't want to be too judgmental up front to people either. You don't want to prejudge them because that can get in your way, but you've got to be smart. You've got to be savvy. You've got to avoid that. You got to have a responsive list. The who of your list is far more important than the what you are creating. Think about that. That really should change your perspective on what you do day in and day out. As you start to grow your business, continue to grow and cultivate your business and take it to the next level, the who is far more important than the what you are doing. The who is this for is far more important than what it is you're actually creating. Just spend some time thinking about that. That's probably a reasonable place to finish, just along with the last couple of points here. Well, as you're going out to build that list, you really want to make sure that your offer to get someone on your list matches with the people that you're looking for. So spend some real time developing some clear understanding of who you would like to serve, and then go and find out what they're looking for and what they need and go create it. And you'll have a much easier time finding people who are interested in it and who then want to do business with you ultimately. And remember, 5% of that herd is permanent, absolutely permanent. They will stick with you forever and buy everything. 15% is nearly permanent. So every 2 out of 10 people you find, man, super valuable. Take care of everybody, but keep that in mind. Take care of your best people as if they were your family, your friends, and close to you. Like, that's an amazing thing right now in today's economy, in today's marketplace too, because it's just, we're lacking that almost everywhere else we go. Johnny Renaissance, I'm going to sign off for now. Thanks to those of you who tuned in and to others who have come back to check this out afterward. Depending on where you found it, be sure you hit like. Be sure you head over to theashflash.com to subscribe. Would love to have you as part of this community, part of this herd. Take care, everybody.